Howdy everyone, it's Andrew here again with your evening crypto nightly news, so let's jump right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. Ethereum Fundamentals signal $2,000 ETH price is closer than it seems. Wow, that's really observant of whoever wrote this article. Like, we're at 1850 right now. We're less than $150 away from reaching the $2,000 mark. And the metrics that it gives is because, a lot of people locking up Ethereum into DeFi contracts and then taking it and staking it and taking it off of exchanges just to begin with. All of that does reduce liquidity for Ethereum, even though that Ethereum is created every day and there's no hard cap. I still have some Ethereum, and I personally honestly see 2000 coming here before the end of the month. I'm hoping so. But I think this is just kind of a silly article, just because, like, of course it's gonna come closer than it seems, or or any sort of mentality that you want to have about it. I just think it's funny that people they just want to throw out price predictions, and so that's what they do. Here's $2,000 coming up soon to to an Ethereum near you. Sure. Next, BNY Mellon crypto exchange seeks to bridge generational adoption gap. Now, the only thing that I can see this article having any sort of significance is that because BNY Mellon is one of the oldest bank in the United States or something like that, that a lot of the older, more institutional investors that have or use BNY Mellon's platform for investing and trading, it just allows more higher net worth people to trade into Bitcoin. So they'll be offering custody services, and I think that you can buy and sell and trade on their platform coming up soon. And it's just another domino in the stack. Like, we have Visa, MasterCard, Tesla, all these other large, companies, PayPal, Square. They're just dominoes. They're just falling one by one, and they're all coming to the Bitcoin space because they see that the U.S. dollar is going to crash and going to nothing, which I'll bring up here in a second. Next, I thought this was really kind of cool because this is where I see blockchain technology really taking off, is in the real world applications. So, like, vote rigging, whatever side that you're on, or have, Republican or Democrat. I'm in the middle. I don't care about either side. I'm pretty moderate when it comes to politics. But, people say in 2016, oh, the election was rigged. And then in 2020, oh, the election was rigged from each side. I just don't care. But I do think that blockchain technology is going to reduce a lot of the skepticism behind the voting system that we have currently, because you can't hack it. You can't hack blockchain technology. I mean, some of these blockchains have been hacked, but, like, if you build a layer on top of Bitcoin that allows for, say, a verified wallet with a KYC known to a specific person, then that wallet can verify a vote and, send a price signal or something, to, say, for instance, the federal government has their own blockchain and they interop, is that a word? They work with Bitcoin, and once a transaction is confirmed on their voting machine, then it gets sent over to the Fed's blockchain, just for instance. But it's things like that that are really going to start changing how we interact with the world. It's going to bring added security, and I know that not everyone is going to opt into using their smartphone to cast their vote, and I'm sure that plenty of people are still going to want to handwrite in their votes and mail it in and go up to a polling place and physically be there. But we're just at a point in time where we really need to embrace the technology that we have and use it, and not be scared of voter fraud or manipulation, because electronic voting strictly without, like, a blockchain technology, I could see very susceptible to fraud and manipulation and hacking and things like that. But I mean, the article talks about hacking of the blockchain, which I mean, you can technically hack anything, like even paper ballots. So like, if you create a whole bunch of copies of paper ballots from, fake social security numbers and fake people and load them into a van and then go deliver them off somewhere that all vote for your candidate in one way or another. I mean, that's just another way of hacking the system. So I don't think that there's a lot of fear to be seen or maintained around the idea of using a blockchain for a vote system. I think it's something that we need to embrace, and you can use the data of the blockchain to visually see where you might, realize some, deception going on. Like, if you've got 30,000 votes coming from one address, then you may want to look into that and figure out what's going on. So that's just kind of like where I see it going. I would really like to see more applications like this. This is a real world application that, could be built on top of Ethereum, for instance, or just another layer on top of Bitcoin, or another sort of, blockchain technology that maybe it's private through the federal government, something like that. So moving on, I thought this was kind of funny also. Market cap breaks 1.5 trillion as buyers show up for the dip. And so, like, I didn't even know a dip happened. Like, I was asleep the whole time. So I saw this and thought, this is, I'm not sure what the Bitcoin US dollar. Oh, okay. All right. This is just the Bitcoin chart. But yeah, I think I was asleep for this whole dip right here. So, I mean, could have gotten in a little bit cheaper, but like this is a 4 or 5% dip. This is nothing. It's not even like a 10%, I don't think. We went from 49,200 to 46,800, so 2,400 over, what are we talking about? Let's go with the larger, so yeah, 5% move. It's just a 5% move. Like, and people are freaking out about it. Like, it's no big deal. Like, we're not going to see these 10, 20, 30%, 40%, 50% drops anymore. Like, it's just not a thing that's going to happen in the market. So I think it's just kind of funny that when, the market dipped, people are buying. Well, of course people are buying. It's the institutions. It's people that are, trading, Bitcoin pairs like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. Like, I'm trading a Bitcoin, Litecoin pair, and I almost was able to execute my trade, but the price didn't go up to where I want. The Litecoin price didn't go up quite fast enough as I wanted it to, so I wasn't able to execute the trade, but, I still have my Bitcoin, and I will never let go of it. So I just think that's kind of funny, because everyone who says that Bitcoin is going places are the ones that are buying it. And for instance, the people that are buying Bitcoin on these dips are like Mexico's third wealthiest individual, who, I don't know why this is news, but he adds Bitcoin, the logo, little symbol here, to his Twitter bio. And, cool. But this guy apparently has been in Bitcoin since 2013, when he first purchased it for $200, and it's been the best investment ever. And he says that he wants to sit around on it for another 5 to 10 years. So that was back when he said that in December. But I think in those 5 to 10 years, he's going to look at it and go, I'm not going to sell this. I'm just going to finance it and hold on to it, because it's going to be, I personally think it's just going to be that valuable. So these are the people that are buying all of the Bitcoin. All of the Bitcoin, all of the Bitcoin. And also, as you know, PayPal, Square, Grayscale, MicroStrategy, they're all buying hundreds of Bitcoins per day, taking up the entire supply. But just to add on to PayPal, they're expanding their services over into the UK, which is great, but I'm here in the US and I still can't use anything on the PayPal app or the PayPal.com to actually buy or sell Bitcoin or crypto or anything. Like, I've tried, I've looked, and I've went on their website and it says currently not available. So, I mean, they're announcing, cool, they're announcing a whole bunch of neat stuff, but they're not, to me, so far, they haven't done anything. We're only a month and a half into the year, so we'll give them some time, but I would really like to see PayPal actually develop something and get it out to people so that people could actually start buying it. Maybe I'm just one of the unlucky few that don't have access to their system for, crypto trading or whatever, but it is what it is. So crypto coming to the UK via PayPal. Next, this I thought was pretty interesting. Morgan Stanley says cryptocurrencies are here to stay as a serious asset class. Bitcoin making progress to replace the US dollar. It's coming from Morgan Stanley. Huge bank, enormous bank, with billions, if not trillions of dollars worth of assets, that is saying publicly Bitcoin is going to replace, making progress to replace the dollar. Is making progress to replace the dollar. Like, I don't know how much more direct you can get. Like, if something is going to replace the old thing that you have, why would you hold on to the old thing? It's like going from, I have a 96 Toyota Corolla to being able to buy, a Tesla Roadster. Why would I not just buy the Tesla Roadster? I mean, if money is not the option here, I mean, why not just go with the better technology and just to begin with? So it's coming. Finally, I'll talk a little bit about price. I don't really like talking about price because I don't think it really matters, because eventually 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Actually, it doesn't. Fungibility is a thing. I need to make a video on that. But, if it's not in the top 10, I really don't care about it. And if it's really not Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, I really don't care about it. So I understand that Cardano and Polkadot are similar to Ethereum from what I understand, and that they're trying to create apps and initial project offerings. If the IPO world, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I could dive deeper into it, but I understand that Polkadot is potentially an Ethereum quote unquote killer, but Ethereum is still 8 times larger than Polkadot is right now. So we'll see about that. But just because Ethereum has been in the market longer, that's just what I've invested in. It's the number 2 coin to Bitcoin, and then also Litecoin, just because it was created as a complement to Bitcoin to allow it to be your store of value, like your gold, and then your Litecoin to be what you actually use for transactions, because it's fast. And like I've said, Litecoin's ready to go. You don't need to download a whole bunch, of software and learn a whole new technology or anything. I downloaded one app. I signed up online with one Visa credit debit card, and I loaded my Litecoin onto the card, hooked it up with Apple Pay, and now I can pay with Litecoin wherever Visa is accepted. It's literally that simple. So whenever I need Litecoin to buy things, I just transfer some of my Bitcoin over to Litecoin, put the Litecoin in the wallet, and I just go out spending whatever I want to buy. So far I bought some smoothies and some groceries, and I just like how fast and easy it is. It's, I'm not 100% there to get rid of my card, but I am very, very close to just putting all of my cash into Bitcoin at this point, just because of now I'm able to actually transact in these currencies. Like, I think it's exciting. Like, I have essentially a Visa debit card that I can load at any time, and it's, takes minutes. And the Litecoin transaction, it happens on the back end, and I don't have to worry about it. I mean, there is a settlement layer that Visa has to go through with the banks, but I mean, at least at this point, it's usable. You can use Litecoin and Bitcoin, to make transactions and stuff like that. Ethereum, not there. I don't think Ethereum will actually be used for transactions. I don't think that's what they're trying to do. XRP is trying to be used for transactions and to be a world money with the banks. Bitcoin Cash can go pound sand. Chainlink, don't know anything about. Binance Coin, I get just because it's a utility token, but I remember when this was like just a couple of dollars, and I remember when it hit $12, and I thought, this is way overvalued. Like, why is Binance Coin $12? And here it is at 130, so clearly I was wrong. But just kind of a little bit evening update. Hope y'all like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it if y'all could leave a comment. Tell me what's going on with your day, what you plan to do tomorrow, and yeah.